Hey guys, this is Winnie, your travel buddy who make mistakes so you don't have to. After living in Bali for 3 months, I have learned a thing or two that you might find helpful. In this video, I'll share with you how I prepare for Bali and things I wish I knew before the trip. We will cover the travel essentials. Yep, they're not the fun stuff, but they are essentials to keep you safe and sane on your trip. So first, let's talk about how to get a SIM card. A prepaid SIM card is the easiest way to help you stay connected in Bali. And it's about $10 to $15 for a new SIM with 30 days of access to the 4G network. Here are the important things to remember. Only buy a Telkomsel SIM card. I recommend buying it in person and have a picture of your passport so they can help you register your phone for you. Yes, you heard it right. You need to register with your passport if you wish to buy a SIM card. This started back in April of 2018. So initially, I ordered a SIM card online. They delivered to my hotel on the day that I arrived, and it was a waste of money. I later on learned that the SIM card I got was from IM3, a provider that is not compatible with my iPhone, even though my phone is unlocked because my phone is not registered in Indonesia. And also look out for tourist trap. If you pay more than $15 for a 1-month SIM card, go somewhere else. That vendor might see you as a walking dollar bill. How did I know? I was ripped off. On our way to Bali airport on our last day, we passed by the place we got our SIM card, and I made a comment that this place was so expensive. Our driver overheard that and say, "Did your driver take you there?" I was like, "How did you know?" Turns out this place is known for giving commission to drivers for bringing their customer there. I guess it's a very common practice. I ended up paying $28 for a SIM card that gave me 35 gig of data for 3 months. My problem is not with the price. The problem was it's supposed to last for 3 months, but it ended up lasting for only 1 month. And I still don't know why there's such a discrepancy. Whether it's a mistake by the vendor or by the phone provider, I actually don't know. So I would stick with buying it month by month and top it up every month or when your data runs out. Moving on to money. Here's all my money tips if you're from the US. I travel with 3 cards. A debit card for cash withdrawal. I don't carry a lot of cash on me for safety reasons. So my debit card, I bank with Schwab and is one of the best debit card for travel. It works at any ATM that accepts Visa, so it haven't failed me so far. Schwab doesn't charge me ATM and foreign transaction fee. They even refund me the ATM fee that the other banks charge me. You can also check out Chime or SoFi. They have similar offer, but with Chime you pay a $2.50 fee if you're using a out-of-network ATM. I also carry 2 credit cards with no foreign transaction fee, a Visa and a MasterCard from different banks. I use credit cards whenever I can. A lot of restaurants, coffee shops, small retail businesses in Bali accept credit card payments, so I have no issue at all. I only bring 2 just in case if one fails or the merchant only accepts Visa or only accepts MasterCard. I rarely see Amex on the logo of the POS system. I could be wrong, but I don't think Amex is popular over there. Now let's talk about apps. I use Gojek and Grab for ordering food and booking car and bike ride. So it is pretty much your Ubers and Uber Eats, DoorDash combined. You can pay with cash for both of these apps. Grab integrate with MasterCard, so it's super convenient when you're low on cash. You can pay with your credit card. When it's come to tours and attraction, I use Klook and Traveloka to check out deals, day trips, and things like that. I also use them to book airport transfers, COVID tests, buying SIM card, and look up hotel deals. Google Maps is great for discovering local places near you, restaurants, waterfalls, temples, you name it. You can see the reviews and photo. There may be other apps out there that specialize in different niche, but Google Maps is the most comprehensive that I use so far. Facebook groups. If you plan to stay in Bali for a while, joining a Facebook community is a great way to seek advice, ask for help, and learn about the lay of the land. Here are the few I joined. I highly recommend Girls in Bali. That is actually the best one for women. It's a good vibes only group and it's a great way to meet new friends in Bali. Now let's talk about picking and booking your stay. Canggu and Seminyak are the popular beach town for tourists and digital nomads, with Canggu being pretty much the capital for nomads. Uluwatu is the surfer paradise, but Uluwatu was impacted by the pandemic, so many small businesses have closed. Ubud is the cultural center of Bali, with a completely different vibe from Canggu, so I highly recommend. Actually, Ubud is my personal favorite. Ubud geographical location is also the best for day trip to, let's say, Kintamani, Lovina, Nusa Penida, just to name a few. Check out my top 5 day trip video if you're looking for ideas. I booked my long-term stay via Airbnb or contact the villa directly. If you're looking for a long-term stay, I recommend booking 1 or 2 weeks of hotel stay first and check out the potential villas that you want to live in person once you arrive to Bali before committing to it. Here's why. The actual place might not look like the picture you see. You might see more a rundown bathroom or kitchen. And also, just to help prevent yourself from any potential cyber fraud, if they ask you to wire money ahead of time just to hold it as a deposit, think twice about it. And last but not least, if Wi-Fi is super important to you, you might want to run your own speed test when you check out the place. Because at some places Wi-Fi may not be as strong as they advertise. For example, in Villa, they usually just have a very minimal Wi-Fi for tourists who just want to be there to relax. Last but not least is safety. The crime rate has increased in Bali in the last 2 years. Luckily, we didn't encounter any when we were there. We were extra cautious and always check our surroundings. I rarely have my phones out on the street, let's put it that way. I saw people report on Facebook group that their phones were stolen while riding the bikes because they're using it for navigation, or the villa was broken into. So please be careful when you're traveling. Doesn't matter how safe the place is, you still have to look out for yourself. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. Now check out my fun things to do in Ubud to plan your new adventure. See you next week. Bye!